Looking at the first questions for the 10th, our first question up here is one of our finding the interest. We're just simply using the formula as is. Interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time period n. So we have principal of 6,000, interest rate 7%, time period 5 years. First thing we do is convert our rate from percent into a decimal. 7% is 7 divided by 100 equals 0.07. Then we just plug those numbers into our formula. I equals P times R times N is I equals $6,000 times 0.07 times 5. Our answer is in dollars. So there were two other questions that are like that. You're simply using those. In the second one, principal is 10,000, interest rate is 5% per annum, time period is 4 years. In the one underneath, our principal is $23,000, interest rate 5.3%, time period 7 years. Now, in the second question, what we're after is the total amount. A equals the principal plus the interest. This is the total amount that we're going to receive back. So Ethan invests $32,000 at 4.1% per annum for 2 years. How much does he have in total after the 2 years? So again, we just write those numbers down. Principal, P, 32,000, R is 4.1% per annum, N equals 2 years. We grab them out of the question, write them down. First step, let's find our R. R equals 4.1 divided by 100 equals 0.041. Then put them into our equation to find the interest. Once we've found that at 2,624, we want the total amount that he's got. So we're going to add that interest to what he had in the first place, and we're going to end up with 32,000 plus 2,624 is 34,624. The questions down here are the same type. Bonte invests 21,000 at 6.3% per annum for 4 years. How much is he in total after 4 years? And then this one's Arn's investing 11,000 for 11 years at 4.75%. How much does he have in total? Now, our last question is having a look at finding out the interest rate if we have told how much interest we earn. So this is a revision of what we did in yesterday's lesson. So it says John receives $4,000 on an investment of $12,000 after a period of 5 years. What was the interest rate of his investment? So our I is 4,000, our principal is 12,000, the number of years is 5. So what we do is we work out the interest for 1 year to get the annual interest for 1 year. $4,000 divided by 5 years tells us he got $800 a year. And our interest rate is what is the percent of that interest over the amount of money we invested. So it's $800 divided by $12,000 times 100%. We don't put the percent in our calculator because it's still on here on our page. That answer will come out to be 6.66666. So I have simply rounded it to 6.7%. Now your next two questions are exactly the same. You've got Alicia receiving $3,000 on an investment of $9,000 after 3 years. And you've got Brett receiving $2,400 on an investment of $16,000 after a period of 4 years. You do them the same way.